Yes, thanks, Salty. Good to be here. Past the sunscreen, 25 degrees here at Langlands Park. Beautiful conditions, firm track as always here. And this is all about New South Wales. Now, we know at Origin level, the Maroons, they dominate. At residence level, the Blues, they have bragging rights. They won last year 30 points to 16. They were way too good. But new era, new year, new teams. And two guys I want to watch out for today. The halves, Billy Walters, the son of Kevin for Queensland residents. For New South Wales, Jaden Nikorima, the brother of Cody Nikorima. They're quick, they're sharp. Watch out for them.
And we're underway here at Suzuki Stadium, Langlands Park in Brisbane, New South Wales, kicking us off. Plenty of feeling always in this game between the two representative sides. And also, too, a great way to impress many NRL scouts will be watching this afternoon. 173 games of NRL experience on display in this clash. 79 from Queensland, 94 from New South Wales. Blake Leary with the most. He has 32 games. There's one who played 6 games last year for the Roosters, Mitchell Fry, taking the ball into New South Wales territory. Impressive set so far for Queensland. Strong run there from Dean Britt. This is home ground as he plays for the East Tigers in the Intrust Super Cup. Cronin finds Walters for the kick. He was under plenty of pressure, but it's well taken at the back by this very impressive young fullback Dylan Edwards for New South Wales. Looking for a penalty early, not forthcoming. First use of the football for New South Wales, and good solid contact there. Something we were talking about just before, Britt.
He's just thrashing around. No, that's 4. Stop thrashing in. Yeah, Milk.
Blues getting the ball into Queensland territory. Garvey at acting half. The kick will come now from the halfback in Cornish. Been in good form for the Wyong Roos. It was allowed to bounce, but a miscommunication at the back. The Queensland side, and Scott Sattler, a solid start for both teams.
Yeah, both teams just trying to sort their sets out, get into the rhythm of the game. And 2 good sets from both clubs. Got through the sets, got to their kicks. And New South Wales, the first team, really to find 5th tackle option that hits the ground. And we welcome Craig Gower also from New South Wales here for this game. And Gower, we spoke before the game. You're really looking forward to number 9, Craig Garvey, for the New South Wales residents.
Yeah, it certainly was, Sats. You're talking about a class player with 20 NRL games, and you look for those guys with that experience to really shine in these games.
Sam Anderson with a strong hit up. Last one coming up here for the residents. The kick coming from Billy Walters. He was just outside his 40. But coming around to take it is Burita Faramo. Contracted to Parramatta, plays with Wentworthville. So we've seen him too in the Intrust Super Cup as well, Faramo. Matt Allwood. Strong, big centre. We've got some big outside backs in this game this afternoon. And speaking of big, there's Andy Saunders with a hit up. New South Wales looking very sharp into Queensland territory. Leota will play it. Strong run from the Penrith player. Sets up this run here now. And the pass, well, it looked as though it was going to find a man outside. Asapelli Finay just getting the hands free, but went to the hands of a Queenslander, and a let off there for the Queensland resident side, Scott.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think they're winning the battle at the moment in the middle, the New South Wales residents forward pack. Coming on the ball on the front foot, Finay getting rid of one of the defenders. Fortunate enough for Tom Opachik to get in the way there and intercept the ball, but at the moment I think they're winning the field position, New South Wales.
Britt will play it. Cronin going down a short side. Leary, well wrapped up. Right on the halfway line. Great Sunday afternoon here in the eastern suburbs of Brisbane. Walters with a kick. This time he finds the grass. And it'll be Centrone that'll run it back into a pretty good chase there from Queensland. Don't forget too, you can have your say on the game this afternoon at Intrust Super Cup, and there's the hashtag for this afternoon's game as Queensland give away a penalty. Cup reps is the hashtag there, and also too for generally right throughout the season and including on rep weekend, all of the information there on Facebook, facebook.com/Intrust Super Cup.
Go.
First attacking set for New South Wales. It's going to be interesting to see what they put together. With a great start to the game, just playing through the middle, just getting to their kicks. So it'll be interesting to see what goes on now.
Saunders well wrapped up. Big opportunity for them here, as you just alluded to, Craig. You're going to be well inside the 20 if they look for a kick here, but that one's just gone behind Finney. Managed to clean up through Centrone out wide. Cornish. Centre field, get up and play it. That was Whitelaw. And they're going for a run. They've got to watch Craig Garvey. Likes scheming around the place. They look to shift it here. That ball going in behind. Centrone manages to... Well, it's in the hands of Queensland. They clean up there through Deloise Hoyter. Defensively, Scott, for Deloise Hoyter, generally a centre playing on the wing.
And outstanding in our televised match last week, Pete. We saw he had a great battle last week playing for North's Devils, and very sound defensive. So out there on that right-hand side with him and both Tom Opacek. Quite a dangerous partnership.
There's a knock on there, miscommunication there between Billy Walters and Dean Britt. You might get a bit of communication breakdown in representative games such as this, but not when they're two club mates.
It's one of those games where you bring a lot of players in that aren't familiar with their styles and so forth, and you've seen that with that New South Wales last attacking raid. The ball out the back, and then Garvey makes a great run out of dummy half, but then there's no support. So, that feeling out a couple of sets, and now they need to get those combinations on time, or obviously you see the ball go down there.
Massive opportunity here for New South Wales, just starting to really gain some ascendancy. Nicarima, Edwards chiming into the back line. He's got Allwood outside him, but well wrapped up there. Nicarima at acting half. There's the big number 11 in Jack Williams from the Newtown club. Garvey looks one way, goes the other. Got Allwood on his outside. Great tackle there on Allwood from Scott Doyle. Nicarima. That's a couple of runners go out the back. Cornish. Oh, solid hits. Great shot. Shut that one down. Saunders. We're 5 metres away from the line. Big back line set to the right. Nicarima puts a kick through. Well picked up there from Billy Walters, and now the ball is lost there from Walters, or they're going to say it was stripped out one-on-one.
We've got a scrum.
So the scrum will be set.
Well, it's great skill here, wasn't it, from Billy Walters? Throws his right foot out, but he's come up a little bit ginger from this tackle. This is fantastic from Tom Opacek. Look at that, just adjusts while the ball's in the air. He doesn't commit before the ball is passed, but when that ball leaves Mitch Cornish's hands, that's when he committed to the attacker. And we see there, turnover, one-on-one strip. Queensland off the hook with Billy Walters, as I said, a little bit ginger coming out of there. Now, Gary, I wouldn't mind asking you, when you've played a lot of State of Origin and for the Kangaroos as well, when you get two teams together and you've only got 5-6 days to prepare, what's the most important thing that you focus on?
It's just to play simple sats. It's easy to try and play that fancy sort of style of play, but just hitting points and putting on little plays and just seeing what's there for opportunities and just playing what you see. So there's a lot of ability on both sides. It's just picking the right opportunities.
Penalty inside the 10. First penalty coming the way of Queensland for the afternoon. Queensland residents getting into New South Wales territory. On the rare occasions in the first 9 minutes, it's been all New South Wales in the last 4 or 5 minutes at least. Leary. Walters cuts out Anderson. Now Britt.
Off the ball. Release now. Make it.
They're 15 away. Cronin now going through is Labert. Kyle Labert just brought down. On the attack here, Queensland, and a great ball finds Dean Britt. who goes over to score the first try of the afternoon. All too simple in the end for Queensland to bring up first points.
Well, Craig Gower spoke about it earlier with the first attacking option up for penalty from New South Wales. But it was a great break here from Labour. Comes off the right foot, straightens the line of attack, and it's Queensland that have taken advantage of their first attacking option. And it's Dean Britt who has been heavily involved in this game in the early stages of the match. First points, first blood to Queensland.
Dean Britt, the try scorer. First try of the afternoon for the big back rower who can find the try line. We've seen him score a number of tries for the East Tigers. Of course, a Melbourne Storm contracted player. Former New South Wales under-20s player as well too, is Dean Britt.
He certainly hasn't got the shape of his old man. That's one positive.
Scott Doyle is going to be the man responsible for taking the shots at goal this afternoon for the Queensland side. Makes no mistake with that one from right in front. So 6-0, the Queensland residents take the early lead, Pete Bedell.
Well, that's the start they wanted, Salty. 12 months ago, of course, remember, they dropped the ball from the kick-off the residents and it set the tone for their day. Queensland was slaughtered that day. Today, they've held their nerve early on. They showed some composure to repel the Blues. That was good play by Dean Britt. He's actually a New South Wales under-20s representative, the father of the great Darren Britt, so he's done a hatchet job on the Blues.
Nat Neal charging now into the New South Wales defence at the back of that kick-off. Anderson, hard worker. Also, this is his second year playing the Queensland residents. Was played also too for New South Wales residents when he had time at Penrith. It's the Queensland number 8. Cronin. Leary. Just short of the halfway line. Walters. Now Fry gets it to Opachik. Opachik tried to get on the outside of his man, but couldn't. Kick from Walters again. He's had most of the kicks this afternoon, and Nikorima takes that one very well. Allwood with a run. Strong charge. It's from Centrone coming in to make that run. Now Finney. With the ball, New South Wales.
Late flop.
Now they earn themselves a penalty. Just looked to up the pace there in those couple of quick play the balls and caught Queensland napping, and now they've got a penalty, and that Scott came late in the set as well.
Yeah, it hurts. Just discipline, but it came through the pressure for some of their bigger players getting involved. Centrone, quite a tall winger, coming in, getting involved, but now they get a second opportunity to attack Queensland's line.
Jordan Drew, only 9 metres away. New South Wales looking to respond. Saunders, strong run from Saunders. Neal making the tackle on him. Garvey gives it to Cornish. Cornish short ball, Finney. Well tackled. There's a lot forward in Whitelaw, Shane Whitelaw. Only 2 metres away here. Garvey, dummy to Saunders, drifting across field. Nikorima steps back, gets a long pass to Edwards. Edwards, they're keeping it alive. He breaks one tackle, almost beats another. And he's only brought down 1 metre away from the line. Garvey now kicks the in-goal area. It's going to be cleaned up there at the back, but caught in goal. Repeat set coming. Got to say, some pretty good attack and good defence there, both sides.
Yeah, it certainly was. I think we missed an opportunity there in New South Wales. With Garvey, if he picked that ball up a little bit cleaner, there was the guy that was running really short, close to the line. I think that could have been a try then.
It was Moses Leota who wasn't all that far away. That probably was the set move, but he was forced to put the kick in. Repeat set coming now for New South Wales, and here is that man, Leota. Oh, gets the legs pumping as he reaches the line. Brought down by Neil. Got the quick play, the ball. Saunders now, off the back of some second phase play, only 16 metres away. And that's only tackle 2. Garvey. Nice ball to Whitelaw. Garvey. Saunders. Well brought down there by Blake Leary. Jerome Hughes coming in over the top. Garvey. Now Cornish. Oh, good one-on-one tackle there. Had to be made on Finney. But they got numbers out here on the last, and just putting the arm out was Deloise Hoyter. Otherwise it would have been 4 points New South Wales.
I know it's another set, but I think the Queensland coach John Buchanan would be absolutely thrilled with the one-on-one defence of his Queensland team. Look at that tackle from Labert on a bigger man. But there's been a lot of desperation in their defence as well. I've always believed that your inside defender is your most important defender, and they're turning up in numbers, the Queensland players, for each other while defending this line. You've got to stay resilient here, Queensland.
Heads in.
Third set in a row here for New South Wales. Cornish to feed the scrum. They take it out of the back of the scrum through Nicarima. He's got players in motion. Gets it out to Virita Ferramo. Ferramo's brought down there by Doyle. Had some assistance from Leary. There's Jack Williams. Settling run from him. Can't get him down. Gets a good quick play. The ball. Garvey. Garvey dummied there to Allwood. Now they go back in the inside. Williams is brought down. Only a metre away from the line. Nicarima. Cornish. He's got a hard-running player coming back on the inside in the centre, Jordan Drew. Only 2 metres away. Garvey gives the ball to the big man, Moses Leota, who has crashed over to score a try right next to the post. New South Wales hit back through the big man from Penrith.
Well, what a run, eh? How big is he? How strong is he? Come up with set plays, 2 passes out wide, bring the centre back up inside, and then a short inside pass from Garvey. Too strong.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, sweet. Yeah. Sweet boys, good talk. That New South Wales right side. Better? They haven't had the ball yet. No. You'll have the next set they have. Yeah, cool. Yeah, sweet.
There he is, Moses Leota from Penrith. The big number 10. 9 NRL games he's played for the Panthers, the St Mary's Junior.
You were St Mary's Junior, Gowie?
Very close to St Mary's, Colton
Colts.
Jaden Nicarima with the kicking duties for the New South Wales side. Terrific hit back from New South Wales after trailing after 8 minutes. They're now back to 6 points all, 18 gone first half. Pete Bedell.
Oh, Craig Gower, he's doing cartwheels. He loves his Penrith boys, does Gowie. But I've got to say, that was good conversion of pressure into points for New South Wales. They've actually been playing quite well. Their line speed's been good. They just haven't executed with the last pass they did then. But what about this man, Moses Leota? So hungry he was as a 13-year-old. He moved to Australia, lived in a caravan in his cousin's backyard. Now he's playing with the Penrith Panthers, kicking goals. Well done, Moses.
Yeah, great story, Pete. But what I liked about New South Wales then, they had a shot on a couple of occasions to the outside, got shut down by good Queensland defence, changed the point of attack and came straight back up the middle with angles. So Queensland have got to think not to the outside defensively, they've got to worry about their middle, coming across, shutting the gate.
Fuller running here, New South Wales. Another strong run here from Williams. Some good involvements in the last little bit.
It's been good, Garvey.
How busy he's been. The amount of touches he's had and how much second phase play has been fantastic.
And here's Edwards. Tried to catch some napping. Neil made the tackle. Last one here. What a great set on the back of points from New South Wales. Cornish rolls the ball in the goal area. He'll have to watch himself there, Jerome Hughes, under plenty of pressure, and it'll be a goal line dropout. Esapelli Finney not all that far away from getting to that one. Hughes did well in the end. Great kick from Cornish.
Well, he had to cover a lot of ground here, Jerome Hughes. He was on the left-hand side of the play, the ball. But well done from Mitch Cornish. He looked to the outside to put a kick towards the corner and changed his focus just through his vision. He saw that Jerome Hughes was on the opposite side of the ruck. That's a great set after a try.
Big dropout this one. Almost goes 60 metres on the fly. Edwards takes it and gives it to that big man again in Leota. And he pops a pass. Garvey to Saunders now. What about that? You wrap up Leota and then Saunders gets the ball. Two men mountain there, the props for New South Wales. They look to shift it. Edwards throws a dummy. They eventually wrap him up. He got away from Labert. Opachik makes the tackle. In there too with... He's only just a metre or two away. Mitchell Fry, he made that initial tackle, then he's come back in to make this one too. They're not all that far away here in New South Wales. Cornish turns it back into the try score. He's looking for a double here, the big man, but now he pops it out the back. There's Leota. Cornish with it. Now Nicarima. He kicks. Coming out afterwards for Ramo. Pearson took it, but he left in the field of play, and he'll be brought down in goal. And it'll be a goal line dropout here, so more pressure. The pressure building from New South Wales.
Well, they're on the front foot then, New South Wales. The ball goes to Cody Nicarima. Was that the right play?
Oh, for me, that's it wasn't, you know, like you would have thought he went to the line with maybe a straight runner. I think at the moment, New South Wales' attack is too much sidewards. It's got to go forward first and then maybe hit a bloke on the run straighter line.
Cornish takes the drop out. Oh, he had Saunders inside. They elect to go wide. Centrone will get up and play it. Drew, Cornish, Saunders. Neil wraps him up. Garvey to Cornish. On the attack here, New South Wales. Nicarima, the loose carry there from Williams. And a let off there for Queensland.
Great tackle. They did exactly what you spoke about, Craig Gower, where it just hit someone straight instead of going at the back the whole time. But the defence was equal to the task. Good low tackle. Jolts the ball free. Lets Queensland off the hook.
Let's get a comment sideline. Pete Bedell.
I've got to say, Queensland coach John Buchanan, he'd have to be pretty happy with the defensive aptitude of his side today. They've been under the pump a little bit here in the first half, but their defence around the middle of the rucks has been good. They're energetic, their line speed's good. If they can get a penalty here or march their way upfield and build some pressure, they'll be able to get more points.
Cronin brought down, 10 metres short of the halfway line. Laboured at acting half. Now Walters looking to spot a gap. Brought down there by Sipley. And there's been a turnover here, although penalty. Two in the tackle. They're saying it was stripped as the ball popped out. And Queensland have taken a quick tap and they've caught the napping. Jerome Hughes is through. He beats one, looks to beat another and does. Stepping across field. Queensland on the attack now. And you've got to say, smart work in taking the quick tap there from Hughes. The 15 is out there and Nick Sliney. 20 metres away, right in centre field. Cronin was dummying to Anderson. He would have been better off giving him the ball. Now Labert, sharp work, Hughes, out the back it goes. It's in the hands there now of Tom Opachik. It was well picked up from Deloise Hoyter. Hoyter at acting half. Labert. Now Sliney. Nick Sliney. Only 5 metres away. Last play here for Queensland. Walters kicks. Coming out after it is Scott Doyle, but it'll beat the ball. Goes to the touch and a 7 tackle set coming to New South Wales from the 20 metre line.
In the middle! Wait for the kick!
Well, they defended really well up the other end of the field. Billy Walters just too much weight. He'd be disappointed with that effort. But that mindset needed to be that set of 6. You see the completion rates there, 10 from 13. They've had a few more sets there in New South Wales and spent a lot more time in Queensland's end. Their mindset, Queensland, was their mindset should have been to spend more time up that end of the field and try and get some of that possession back.
Sharp work again from Garvey out of acting half.
You're not square first, Parker.
Coming off the field, Moses Leota for a well-deserved rest. Heavily involved in the first little bit. Sipley will play it.
Off comes Leota. On comes Sipley, he's even bigger.
Jordan Drew with a run. Only 20 metres away.
Go, 4.
The New South Wales resident side. Lindsay Collins is out there as well too. Another one of the Wyong-roos in this New South Wales resident side, only 10 metres away. Jordan Drew, very strong this close to the line. There he is, Sipley, in jersey number 17. He's a big man, and he was just caught short on the last. Good defence, Queensland. But, Craig, was that the right option, though, on the last?
Well, it's going to make Queensland go 100 metres, so I think it's a good end to set. But obviously, you don't really want a big man getting the ball like that. You want to try and put it in goal and try and get that repeat set.
Yeah, well, you know the amount of time that New South Wales spent up this end in Queensland defending their line. Even though they're defending well, it takes a lot of energy out of your legs early in the game, doesn't it?
Well, it certainly does, but it's also taking a lot of energy out of New South Wales because they're throwing the ball around very, very expansive.
And no answers.
And no answers. And then the previous set for Queensland was fantastic, and there was a few blokes from New South Wales that looked a bit tired.
George Fire onto the field for Queensland. He's just replaced Nat Neal, who's come off. Saw him coming off behind the dead ball line just before. Walters from inside the 40. Edwards, though, looks like he's got it covered and does.
That's a good play. I like that from Billy Walters. Kick early in the tackle count. Get off the tackle quick here, the first couple of tackles, and make New South Wales get behind the ball.
Pete Bedell, both teams going to the interchange late. Just an update on the conditions. It is quite a warm May afternoon.
Yeah, it certainly is, Salty. Very oppressive here on the sidelines, and I can tell you that I know this isn't State of Origin, but the physicality here at ground level, the intensity has been outstanding. There are some big hits and some real willingness from both sides, as we can see there. Great run, Lindsay Collins. So, look, they've got some good speed in their spine, the Blues, but they just need to build pressure and they can get some points.
New South Wales on tackle 4. The 15 is out there. Tortella Tarsi from North Sydney, former Ipswich Jet. Nikarima just rolls one in behind the line. Hughes is back there, gets it. Only 10 metres away.
It's good for New South Wales. It's a nice, simple kick. But then we give away a penalty. So it was a great end of set kick to build the pressure, but then you give away a silly penalty like that, Sats and Queensland will be going, thank you very much.
You take your foot off the throat like that, it can become deflating. What I do want to see Queensland start doing, because they have got a big forward pack, New South Wales, you don't want to send your forwards into the teeth of a big forward pack. I'd like to see Queensland change direction from dummy half, get Cronin out of dummy half, start turning players back on angles, players like Leary and Dean Britt, guys that are very mobile across the field.
Pete Bedell, sideline, I see that Shane Whitelaw's gone off for a HIA.
Yeah, I mentioned the physicality. It's been seen in Shane Whitelaw. Salty, he's come off. He was looking very groggy right in front of me. Doesn't look at all. Off for a HIA. I wonder if he'll be going.
And that's why Tarsi is on the field. Christian Hazard is on the field now for Queensland. Finds the 15 and Sliney. Haven't seen much of the 14. He's there at acting half. He's very sharp around the area. And New South Wales will have to watch him. Nice offload there from 5, but Scott Doyle drops it. Jonas Pearson there to clean up for Queensland. Last one coming up. Walters puts up the kick. Edwards is underneath it, and the ball, though, was bounced dead. So a couple of below par kicks from Billy Walters when on attack.
It's the only thing that I think, or one of the only things that John Buchanan, I think, will be disappointed with. It's the fifth tackle options past the halfway, where you need to put pressure on your opposition. At the moment, it seems as though that Queensland on the fifth tackle options are going for trying to go for the big play from the fifth tackle option. It's just about building pressure, and they're not doing that. New South Wales, on the other hand, they can't their end in Queensland, even though they're not coming out with points. It's like playing cards. It's like they've got a good poker face at the moment, I think, New South Wales.
Tarsi. And there he is, the coach of the New South Wales residents, Rip Taylor. About this stage in the game last year where the New South Wales side started to really run away with it. A bit of a different contest this time around. Very tight contest, but he played it at speed as well.
There we go, Gary. That's the difference, wasn't it? The fifth tackle option after the halfway, just find space.
Yeah, you found the space.
Don't overplay your hand.
Exactly right. And it just builds pressure. And then you have a look at the Queensland side. They're all bunched up. And they're fighting to get off their own 20.
Kicking game been very good so far from Cornish and Nicarima. Here's a man you want the ball in hand to get you out of trouble in Leary. Now Hazard off the back of that too. He finds 8, 9, 10 metres, Christian Hazard. Came off the bench primarily for Redcliffe last year and he's just earned his side a penalty.
He sold that beautifully there. I'm pretty sure that Rick Taylor, the coach of New South Wales, would have looked at the lineup and when talking to his New South Wales players for this game, the red flags need to go up as soon as Christian Hazard comes off the bench. Former South Sydney under-20s player, has matured over the last couple of years, Pete. I think we've seen a fair bit, and I think you'd agree that I think he's the next player off the production line in the Intrust Super Cup to possibly be invited into an NRL system.
He's a quality player. Starting halfback this season for the Redcliffe Dolphins. There he is with ball in hand now. He's got New South Wales on the back foot. Leary. Only a couple of metres away. Hazard. Will pass along the ground. Picked up there by Labert. Kyle Labert just goes into the New South Wales line. 5 metres away now. Hazard. Got Anderson on his outside. The Redcliffe connection trying to combine, but well wrapped up was Sam Anderson. And only a metre away. Last tackle coming up here for Queensland. Hazard, Labert, looks to roll a kick in, and they're going to get a repeat set. Nice play, Kyle Labert.
Good control from the young half. And that's exactly what they needed. Billy Walters has come up with a couple of kicks that have gone left of centre. Now they get the opportunity to get a second set, back-to-back sets. And already we see Hazard getting out of dummy half, getting some space.
They look like a different team with Hazard there. You know, he's speed out of dummy half. He's got runners pushing forward with him, and you know, and then a great kick to the end of set.
Just repeating that point, Scott. You mentioned about Christian Hazard. He's got all the attributes, doesn't he? Good kicking game, defends well, and very quick as well.
He's a better halfback than he is a hooker. I'm saying he's a very good hooker, but he's actually a better halfback.
George Fire with a strong run. Queensland getting a fair share of possession at the moment after it's been all New South Wales for a majority of the half. Garvey coming off for New South Wales. There's Doyle. He's well brought down. Hazard. Walters. Sliney. Nick Sliney. Strong run from Sliney. He only ends up at 2 metres away from the line in the end. Hazard now at acting half. Right under the post. Labert, strong run from Mitchell Fry for the line. He's brought down a metre short. Last one coming up here for Queensland. Hazard rolls it in the in-goal area and just getting out. It was a good job in the end there from Jordan Drew.
Well, they were set up beautifully. He had 3 flat runners on the open side and then some options down the short side as well. Didn't get the play they wanted, but still, as Craig Gower said earlier on, up the other end of the field, they still have to bring the ball off their try line. As you see, Farama comes up with a really good surge.
10 short of the halfway line now here at New South Wales as Collins is brought down. Kick from inside the 40 here from Cornish. Hughes attacks it. Does well in the end, Jerome Hughes. He's brought down, or not brought down, not held, gets up, goes again, reaches the halfway line. 7 minutes left in the first half. All locked up at 6 points all. You're right, Craig. The game's changed since Christian Hazard has come on. He's done very well. There's a strong tackle there. It was on Deloise Hoyter. Big hit. Walters lets a runner go through the line. There's Leary. Now he can go on a run, Walters. In centre field here now. Hazard. Anderson. Sam Anderson. Strong run from him. Last play coming up. Queensland putting numbers into the left, but they go to the right. Labert, long pass. He fired that one out of the cannon. Going back to pick it up there will be Deloise Hoyter, and they're going to lose ground on the last tackle, Queensland.
Had that left to right pass.
It was like a dart. It was like a dart. I would like to try a little kick to the corner, trying a bit of variation. But you know, for me, as a halfback, I thought Kyle, I watched him that set. He needs to be more dominant, telling blokes where to go, what position he needs to be in. He only touched the ball on the last tackle.
There's Kevin Moulders, the coach of the Queensland Origin team. Watching his son play as well too this afternoon, I'd hazard a guess, Pete Waddell.
Absolutely, and what a player he was himself. But guys, just good news for New South Wales. Shane Whitelaw, he's actually been cleared. He just had a finger in the eye, so he's okay. He's coming back onto the field now. Shame for Queensland before, they were just starting to get a momentum shift, and now the Blues, they're trying to repel that and attack themselves.
Allwood, he looked for Faramo. That's good news for Whitelaw. He's almost going to be put out there, is Allwood. Now Nikorima. It's good news to see Whitelaw back out there. He's had a strong start to the game. The kick over the top cornish. And flying high was Hoyter. New South Wales, though, they lose the ball. Play on here now for Queensland. And Jerome Hughes gets the ball. He's up over the halfway line. Edwards has got him and brings him down. But talk about turning defence into attack. Queensland now on the front foot. Hazard. Pass to Sliney. Probably needed to get out wider there. Hazard's got it.
Got to go back to the right. Tide players coming back onto their right. They get a penalty. Probably what they didn't want, Queensland. They probably didn't want the penalty because they're on the front foot.
They look like they needed the rest too on the right hand side, Sats.
2 points. Good exchange here, but wasn't it Pearson had faith in Opachik and gets it back to Opachik. And then Jerome Hughes looms up on his inside. I like what Hughes did here. He didn't try and overplay his hand. Stayed in the field of play. Had faith in his teammates to try and come up with the result. And I'll take the 2 here, Queensland.
Would you go for 2, Sats? You know, there's 3 minutes to go in the half.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of points scored in this game, Gowie. So I think maybe the 2 points could be a benefit for them at the back end of this game. It's a great arm wrestle between two very physical forward packs.
That's why you're a forward. Hey?
That's why we never listen to you when you're our captain.
Oh. You two are going to start. Craig, did you play in the 2003 grand final? I had the impression there's only one player in that game.
Yeah, I think there was. There was that tackle. That's it. That's it.
We always feel sorry for Luke Prittis. Wins the Clive Churchill medal, and your tackle's the only thing remembered, Scott.
He had a fair game that day, didn't he?
He did. Scott Doyle lining up this one. He's on the 30-metre line to put Queensland in front with 2 minutes left in the first half here. The annual residents clash. Queensland v New South Wales. Best of the Intrust Super Cup v best of the Intrust Super Premiership. And he makes no mistake. It's 8-6 Queensland over New South Wales.
Yeah.
Timing.
8-6, Queensland leading New South Wales. Tick over a minute left in the first half. Been a quick half too, Scott, hasn't it? But not a lot of points, but it's been end-to-end stuff.
This is exactly what you want from an interstate rivalry clash. You want two forward packs ripping into each other. You want resilient defence, which they're getting from both teams. And as I said, I think that goal plays a huge part in this game. Sam Anderson, the front row, hasn't missed a minute in the front row at the moment. He's should say hasn't been off. He's played the entire first half.
Sliney, been strong since coming off the bench. Last play coming up here. Walters puts it high in the air. Pearson's trying to put some pressure here on Faramo. And brings him down, just 12 away from the New South Wales line.
That was a good safe kick from Billy Walters. Just get it high, get your chasers through, a nice safe play at the back end of the half.
There's 10 seconds left here in the first half. Edwards will play it. Jordan Drew beats one, beats another. Should we say Centrone, my apologies, but turns it over. And Queensland, Leary had Walters on his outside, pops it out the back now to Billy Walters. He puts a little bit of a kick through. Don't know about that play and turning possession over, but eventually they'll die with it through Lindsay Collins, and that will be half time here at Suzuki Stadium, Langlands Park in Brisbane, the annual residents game. Queensland have the 2-point lead going into the break, leading 8 points to 6. We're underway for the second half. Queensland with that 2-point lead. This will be a big 40 minutes of rugby league. That was a strong run from Sipley to get things underway for the second 40. New South Wales with first use of the football. Whitelaw went off for the HIA in the first half, but all good. He's out there. Collins will get up and play it. Sharp in his first set of the second half, New South Wales. Williams fighting in the tackle. The kick will come from Cornish. It's a high floating bomb. Underneath it is Pearson, takes it well.
That's a great take and a great kick also from Cornish. I think I'd be interested to hear what Peter Bedell has to say later on about what the coaches, both coaches, have had to say. If I'm John Buchanan, I'd probably talk about first contact, winning that first contact in the middle so Garvey doesn't get out of dummy half. And also the fifth tackle options, which I think can improve greatly for Queensland.
Looking to shift here, Walters, dummied. Takes the line on himself. Karima makes the tackle. He was first in there. Strong run there from Fye. George Fye, the Broncos contracted player. He's with the South Logan Magpies and had a very good start to the season. Kick from Walters, easily handled there on the bounce. Pete Bedell, let's find out what both coaches had to say at halftime.
Well, Sats, he must be a mind reader. I just spoke to John Buchanan and he basically said we need to tighten the ruck, and he was happy with the defence of the side. He said our intensity is great, but just a few little plays around the A-B defender mark there that we need to tighten up. If we do that, we can win the game. Rip Taylor, the New South Wales coach, he said one word, desperation. That will win us this game. If there's a loose ball, we need to dive on it. If there's a tackle to be made, we need to make it. He says if we do that, our forwards are big enough to win the game.
Big opportunity here though now for New South Wales. Jordan Drew brought down. Some sharp work from them. May. Now Cornish. Chases are coming through. It's an awkwardly placed kick. And Queensland pick it up, but I'm sure it must have come off for another Queensland player.
It looked like it came off Blake Leary, and he hasn't actually got off the ground, Blake Leary.
Where you are, Chris, is the mark.
And now a penalty to Queensland, but it'd be interesting to see the replay on this as Leary goes up and challenges the ball. I think there's an argument there. But now they get the penalty, get out of their danger zone. It's interesting what Rip Taylor's had to say, Craig Gow. You play plenty of representative rugby league, and these representative games, it is about desperation, isn't it? It's not about the big plays, it's about if you're going to be there for your mate.
Yeah, exactly right. It's just all hard, and especially when you're getting tired and you're fatigued, you don't know where you're going, and it's just making sure that you get there and you do your job and you don't let your mate down.
Sliney. They're playing for this afternoon, the Residents Shields. Queensland on the front foot. Leary's okay, he plays the ball. Fly now. Only 15 away from the line here, Queensland, with numbers stacked out to the right. They go that way, laboured, quick hands, out the back from Opachik. It was nice work from Hughes, but in the end, New South Wales clean up.
It was good defence from New South Wales. They got up into the face, forced Jerome Hughes to to deliver that Darius Boyd-like pass, that sleight of hand, but the defence got up in their face, shut down their options. Good communication.
All over Tom Opachik on that occasion. Now for Ramo.
Marcus, get there. Keep going.
Into Queensland territory go New South Wales. Whitelaw pops a pass out the back. And cleaned up here from Edwards. Edwards drifting. 20 decides to straighten. Just claps on the speed. He's a dangerous player, but well read on this occasion from the Queensland defence. May at acting half. There's the big 17 and Sipley. Some big boys in this New South Wales side. They're only 13 away from the line with plenty of tackles left in the set. Good contact there though. It was on Collins. Now Queensland look to turn defence into attack. It was well read, the short ball from Nicarima to Collins.
He did him no favours, did he? And Nicarima threw him straight under a bus. It's a good run here from Deloise Hoyter. Gets through the other line, but it's pretty easy pickings for the two Queensland defenders.
Doyle will play it. Now Walters, short ball, Leary. Blake Leary tries to get the arms free, still going. Strong run, Leary.
He's got that late footwork, hasn't he? Just before the defensive line, puts the defence off.
Fye, George Fye, strong run. Tackle 4 has it on the inside. Last one coming up here for Queensland. Cronin and Hazard still out on the field together. Now Fry, down the back they go, Hughes, quick hands, Deloise Hoyter steps, goes to the corner and scores the first try of the second half. Deloise Hoyter, some great lead-up work, and he beat his man, set sail for the try line and scores the 4-pointer.
And this was all about depth. It was the fifth and last. The ball gets in the hands of Mitch Fry, but he plays to the outside, and they give themselves a little bit more depth here. Fry, fifth tackle, great sleight of hand. Again, that quick hands. He's done it on a few occasions here now today. Jerome Hughes and Hoyter, good footwork, good evasive skills, good depth. Scores the first try of the second half.
What do you want? Work hard, Trudy. Are we in two rep? Yes, mate. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
He's been awesome.
Deloise Hoyter, the try scorer, continuing his fantastic try-scoring form this year for Norths, the Norths Devils, the Intrust Super Cup, formerly from the Townsville Blackhawks.
He's an athlete, isn't he? Salty.
Played 7 NRL games for the West Tigers as Deloise Hoyter.
I just want to give some accolades to a player who's just come from the field for Queensland. It's Georgie Fye. When you replace your starting front rowers, you want your interchange to come on, lift the intensity, and he's done exactly that for Queensland. He's just been replaced, but some of his runs in this early parts of the second half and late in the first half, absolutely outstanding.
Tough one here for Scott Doyle. From right on the touchline. Taking his time over it. Moves in, right boot strikes it, starts it out to the left, but then brings it straight over the black dot. Makes no mistake, 8-point lead to Queensland. Sideline, Pete Bedell.
That could be a match-winning kick, but I've got to say, Salty, we've seen the forward battle today, but for me, it has been the fullback that has made such a difference. Jerome Hughes, he has been outstanding. Just watch this play here. Nice pass from Mitchell Fry, but it's the sleight of hand. Look at that deft touch from Jerome Hughes. Puts Hoyter over, but he has been a constant thorn from the back today, Hughes. He was good last year in this game. He's been even better this year.
It's become a facet, isn't it, Gowie, that you've got to have as a fullback. And we see Darius Boyd and Billy Slater have just perfect at it. That fullback chiming in, they have to give that pass quick, don't they?
Yeah, they certainly do, Sats. That's the dimension of the fullback now. He's just become like another halfback, the way he can pick and choose and offload the ball. And you see that with Josh Dugan down at St George at the moment, where they think that he hasn't got that part to his game. So it's very interesting.
Great second effort there. Sorry, Scott, from Nick Sliney. Made a half a break before. That's his second hit up of the second hit up of the set from him. Joe Boyce out on the field now for Queensland in jersey number 17. Leary.
What a set.
Terrific set from Queensland. Only 15 away on the last tackle. Labert puts a kick through. Hoyter jumps high and grabs it for try number 2 in the space of 2 minutes for Deloise Hoyter. A terrific kick and an even better take.
Oh, sit back and admire the work that Deloise Hoyter does here. He times his run beautifully, jumps at exactly the perfect time, but it's a well-weighted kick here from Labert. Pinpoint accuracy, it just gets him one-on-one and he suspends in the air. AFL-like on the back of Chris Chantrain. What a great finish and a double to Hoyter to start off the second half.
Yeah, cool. Sounds good.
He's a happy man, Deloise Hoyter. 2 tries in 2 minutes, basically. In identical places on the ground, but 2 very different tries. One he did all himself, the first one with some terrific footwork, some speed and some strength thrown in there as well. And that time some great athleticism. Climbing high to grab the try. So a 12-point lead for Queensland. Conversion attempt here by Scott Doyle.
He's had this putt before.
It was only a couple of minutes ago. He moves in. And this time, the radar isn't working, so waved away. 12-point lead for Queensland. He's a happy man, Deloise Hoyter, Pete Bedell.
He certainly is, Salty. I've got to say the back 3 for Queensland today have been outstanding. Hughes, Pearson, and this man, Hoyter. That's Kazali. That's not Hoyter. That was an AFL play. Outstanding leap, and he's got some talent. He's actually played for Tonga and Akibra Park Jr., the same school that produced Benji Marshall, so they can produce some talents and they should go on with it here, Queensland residents. They've got the foot on the throat. They can crush New South Wales.
Tell you what, though, big moment in the game because the 2 starting front rowers are out there. Leota and Saunders back out on the ground. Here's Andy Saunders from Canterbury.
I think Queensland have actually, they gained the ascendancy in this game through the bench. I think the people that have come off the bench, Hazard, just Sliney, this man here, Boyce has just come on the field, and also Georgie Fire. I think they've actually won that battle between both states.
He's been brilliant off the bench. Oh, this ball's going to land in open spaces. It just goes into touch, though. Flying out after it was Jonas Pearson.
We need to see a big response here from New South Wales. They've been on the end of it for the last couple of minutes, and you just need to see a bit more energy in the guys. They look a bit lethargic. You've got your 2 props back on there. They need to be charging into the ball, and then the halfbacks to get on that ball and have some good structured play.
You also have to present as well with numbers around the ball, don't you, Gowie? So when your front rows are going forward, you need those halves and those fullbacks pushing up on the outside, and bringing up a few of the Queensland defenders, making them work a little bit harder.
And I think that's what's been happening. They're playing off the line a little bit, and if you've got those big blokes running forward and you're pushed, you're bringing up the defensive line all the time, and you can see some spaces when you need to.
Solid tackle on Tarsi. He popped the pass, but then it was knocked on, so His mistakes weren't there from the first half.
What about that
Kyle
tackle from
Labert.
Kyle Labert on a big man? And I think that was Tortella Tassi. That is great technique.
Cracking tackle.
Queensland ball.
The other thing, Scott, you mentioned Queensland's bench. You know, Tyrone May's done an okay job since coming out for New South Wales off the bench, but I think surely they've got to go to Craig Garvey. If the plan was to give him the last 20, well, make it the last 25.
Well, I'm
He's got to
pretty
get back
sure
on the field.
when Garvey gets up and starts warming up to come back on the field, which he looks as though he may be doing, I'm pretty sure a message from John Buchanan will go out to his players that to let them know that he's on the field. They're going to have to name drop him, and any time he's at dummy half.
Boyce with a run. There he is, the New South Wales number 9 in Craig Garvey. Just been doing some warm-ups. I'm sure we'll see him on the field very soon.
He was the best player on the field, wasn't he, the first 20 minutes?
You would think you have to inject a bit of game. There's 25 minutes to go. You're down by 2 tries. And Queensland have got this set now.
Mitchell, Craig Mitchell-Fry thought was going to break through, only 10 metres away from the line. 2 tackles left in the set here for Queensland. Hazard, now Labert, puts a kick through, coming out after it, or they're going to clean it up through. Oh, it's been lost there by Nicarima, and Billy Walters claims a try.
Chris, you can check it.
They're going to check it, but Billy Walters is confident. Mind you, so is Jaden Nicarima. He said he got a hand to it, but has Billy Walters got a try?
It'll be tackle 5. Live decision, we have a try. Can you check the grounding, please?
Check the grounding and whether Nicarima has actually checked in his run here, but it looks as though it's great work here from Labert. He shows to the outside first, brings the defence up, feeds it through the line. He just showed it to the outside and brought everyone up. Nice left foot kick and aims for that goalpost pad. So Nicarima has one shot at the ball. That's a try to Walters. He's got both hands on that ball.
Yeah.
I would like to see whether Nicarima was actually checked by Walters. I don't think he was. I think they both... No, that's within the rules. They're both challenging for the ball. I think both have got their hand on it, but do you give it to Walters because he's got both hands on it?
Oh, simultaneous grounding. Then it's a try.
Not enough evidence to turn it over.
Right.
Well, we've got the decision. Try. Queensland extend their lead, 22 points to 6 with a kick to come. Billy Walters, the try scorer. So Queensland, 3 quick tries in this second half. And if it wasn't panic stations for New South Wales prior to that one, Craig, it certainly is now.
Yeah, it certainly is. But what about the turnaround in the kicking game there, Sats? You know, the 2 pinpoint kicks and another kick from, I think, from Walters down the left-hand side. There was another opportunity down there. It just shows you build the pressure by your kicking game and tries will come.
22 points to 6 with Scott Doyle lining this one up from right in front.
It's confusing for a fullback when you've got a left foot kicker and a right foot kicker, and they've been able to, as Craig Gowers just alluded to, they've been able to get their kicking game in order in this second half, Queensland, and you do that by having a left foot kicker. It's a nightmare for the fullback and the back three. Who's going to take the kick? If it's a left foot kicker, it's a different angle. It's working in their favour at the moment as Doyle lines up. Shouldn't have any concerns at all with this kick.
Taking his time over it is Scott Doyle. He eventually moves in and makes no mistake. So a 3 converted try lead now for Queensland, out to that 24 points to 6 lead. And I see right in front of you, Pete Bedell, that Craig Garvey is about to be re-injected into the game.
Yeah, and there is a reason for his delay, Salty. He's actually had a hamstring concern here on the sideline, so they've been trying to warm him up to get him out there because he was their best player in the first 20 minutes. But I've got to say, guys, when you win the middle third, you need your playmakers to capitalise. That's what Queensland have done in this second half. Kyle Labert has been outstanding, and Billy Walters, he's been outstanding. He says his favourite movie is Rocky. I think he's delivered the knockout punch.
Oh, no.
Honestly, no more.
Boyce. Now Nat Neal, strong run from him. Good contact on him too. The body weight involved there. Neal, Saunders, throw Leota in there as well. Andy Saunders with a tackle, and he's going to be penalised here. That's a harsh one.
Still holding on. 8.
Against New South Wales.
Is that David Clemmer?
So the one thing he does really well. That was a good second effort from him as well. 2 tackles in a row from Saunders.
Yeah, I think they got a lucky one there, Queensland.
Mitchell Fry launches himself into the New South Wales defence. 28 away off the back of that penalty. Queensland with a 24 points to 6 lead. Now Boyce. Let's see him feature for the Broncos during the Origin period, Joe Boyce. Been in good form for Souths. Now Walters. Pass out the back to no one. It's going to be cleaned up here by New South Wales. And then a one-on-one strip. It was Burita Paramo with the ball. And just grabbing it was Jerome Hughes. So Queensland maintaining possession with a fresh set of 6. Now Doyle. Neal. Nat Neal. 10 away. Pops a pass. Cronin. Hazard. Boyce. 7 away from the line. Options both sides for Queensland. It's been all the Maroons in the second half. Cronin going for the line. Great one-on-one tackle on Cronin. It was Whitelaw, the lock forward, who made it a try saver. Walters. Billy Walters loses his footing. Gives it to Hughes. Hughes now. Jogs across field, finds Mitchell Fry. They've got numbers, Queensland. Fry goes himself, edging towards the line. The defence comes in numbers and puts a halt to the lock forward's momentum. He'll get up and play it. Hazard, they go down the short side and reaching over and scoring the line. Try is Tom Opachik. He's got the ball down over his shoulder. It's going to be given, is it? No, we're going to check it.
Timeout. Yes. It's going to be tackle 6. Live decision, we have a try. Check grounding, please.
And it looked like, watching it live, that Tom Opachik has scored the try.
Well, we spoke before the game, Craig Gower and I, about a player like Tom Opachik just getting him one-on-one with someone because he's strong and he's aggressive. And it looks like momentum rolls him over here as Hazard gives him the ball one-on-one, and there's no real evidence there that he scored the try, but you would think the ball would have touched the ground at some occasion here. This might have to be the best view. That's a try. I think you've got to give it. I mean, there's not enough evidence to overturn it, and I think that'll be a 4-pointer to Queensland.
It's another effort from Hazard too to realise that there was a 2-on-1 down there and Opachik was just too big and too strong to get over.
Exactly. Having faith in your players.
Yeah, we can see there the players got in the in goal and grounded the ball. We've got to try.
So the try will be awarded. Another one for Queensland, out to a 28-point lead. Kick to come. Tom Opachik had a fair share of injuries in recent times. Played 8 games for the Broncos. And back now a few weeks for the Redcliffe Dolphins. Scott Doyle, 4 from 5 this afternoon.
Last try.
Once again, takes his time lining this one up, does Scott Doyle. Is it Scott Doyle or is it a statue? No, there he goes. He moved as he moves in, and this one, well, he makes no mistake, all right. 30 points to 6. Good conversion from the sideline. It's all one-way traffic in the second half, Pete Bedell.
Oh, they're going for the jugular now, aren't they, Salty? And what about this from Tom Opachik? He's been outstanding in defence today, but so good in attack as well. And it's been a big 24 hours for Tom. I can tell you that he celebrated the birth of his first child yesterday, a son named Jagger. So happy Father's Day to Tom Opachik.
Yeah, well done. Congratulations to him. Man with all the mail there on the sideline, Pete Bedell. Nat Neal. The ball comes out the back, and yeah, it was a knock on. So this is an opportunity, Craig, that New South Wales are going to have to score points. Still some time left. They just need to get some footy and convert these opportunities like this.
Yeah, there's plenty of time, but I just want to see some good execution and some good attacking grade where it's going to put Queensland under pressure and hopefully get a result with maybe another set or them digging off their line.
Nikorima feeds the scrum. Now Cornish. Edwards. Completion rate for New South Wales, 16 of 26.
Impressive for Queensland, wasn't it?
27 from 32 for Queensland. Saunders. Well wrapped up. Only 10 away from the line. Now Garvey, Nikorima, Edwards, Allwood. Trying to get away from some defenders. Looks to get the arm free as well. Garvey looks one way, goes the other. Down the short side, Edwards. Well wrapped up. We'll play it. Yeah, Blake Leary just getting involved there when it looked like Edwards wanted to get on with playing the ball. So a penalty here, and that was on tackle 4. Saunders. The back of that strong run, you'd expect someone like Moses Leota to be running on the one here. Garvey, he gives it to that man Leota, edging his way to the line, tries to roll over and put the ball down, but he's held up.
Tackle 2.
It's good defence, keeping Leota out.
We talked about desperation. The New South Wales coach, Rip Taylor, he spoke about desperation, but when you're 24 points ahead, it's great signs for Queensland to still be desperate.
Nikorima, flat pass ends. Well, this one.
What about Tom Opachik's defence today?
He has just got up there. That was fantastic stuff. Opachik on Jordan Drew.
His reaction time is perfect. As soon as the ball leaves the passer's hands, he reacts and just nails his opposition.
So it certainly helps when the inside guys in the defensive line are doing their job and pushing those guys out. And the defensive structure that they're playing today has just been outstanding all game.
I think I'm right in saying too, Tom Opachik and Jordan Drew would be former teammates in the Broncos under-20s. Spent some time at Brisbane, did Jordan Drew, before heading to Cronulla. Plays in the Intrust Super Premiership for Newtown.
I think if Tom Opachik is at another club, he's got some very good players in the outside backs ahead of him at the Broncos.
Inside pass from Labert to Hughes. Jerome Hughes. How elusive Jerome Hughes. He's still shrugging away from defenders, still going Hughes. Brought down 12 away from the line. Opachik at acting half. Labert. Fry, look for a runner on his inside, wasn't there. Takes the tackle. Now Hazard. Walters, short ball, Leary. Good defence on Leary. Hazard. Oh, here's the ball, great pass to Mitchell Fry, who just catches it and falls over the line to put this one beyond doubt, you think, this afternoon. A terrific play, great pass and good try to Mitchell Fry.
Well, they've been sensational. The two hookers out of dummy half today. Cronin, it's much the same. It's great to know that all these players, they knew their role. Play the ball on the try line. Everyone just pushed into space, let our hooker pick the right player. And this is a great pass from Hazard. Good vision. And Mitch Fry, who's done a great job today pushing up for his teammates, gets a 4-pointer this afternoon. He's done a lot of good things today, Mitch Fry, as a lock. A lot of the times you have to do a lot of jobs that you haven't got the ball in hand, but you do a lot of things where you push up for your teammates and you just get involved in those little tiny plays. He's done a lot of that here this afternoon. He's pushed up for his front rows and taken some of the defenders off him. Went down to the Roosters and played a handful of NRL games with the Roosters last year. Has come back to his former club in Winnamanly in Queensland.
Strong second half from the Queensland side. And really, I know Queensland went into half-time, Craig, leading by just 2 points, but no one saw this coming after. You'd have to say New South Wales had the better of the first half.
Well, you certainly did. And I thought they were very lucky to go in 2 points ahead, but they've just come out and they've just exploded. They got their kicking game in order. They've just played simple. Blokes know what they're doing, running line. And defensively, New South Wales have been pretty poor in the second half. But what about Hazard? Hazard's been the difference since he come on in the first half. He's the one, personally, I reckon, that has changed the way that Queensland have played, and he's been outstanding. And they've been good mixtures between Cronin, Hazard himself, Laybutt and Walters. They've just, the cohesion's been perfect in the second half.
Let's go sideline, Pete Bedell.
Well, I say these guys these days, guys, that it's a 17-man game. You look at the interchange rotation today, and that's been the difference for me. Hazard, Sliney and Fye, they've just been the holy trinity. They've been outstanding off the bench, and New South Wales just haven't countered that. And Hazard's speed and energy around the rucks has been the difference.
Short kick off, and it comes off here for New South Wales.
The numbers for Blake Leary: 20 hit-ups, the skipper for the resident side. 16 hit-ups, 20 tackles.
That's enough. That's enough. Jordan!
Tension's starting to boil over here.
Blake!
Penalties back here. Separate.
Take your men.
Okay.
Not too much in that one.
You've got the Keep going.
He's been busy this afternoon. Scott with those, as you mentioned, 16 hit-ups, 20 tackles for Blake Leary, 12 hit-ups, 22 tackles for Mitchell Fry, 24 tackles for Nat Neal as well. He had 20 of those in the first half.
Blake.
Whitelaw for the Blues has played the perfect locks game, very busy in defence. He's 27 tackles. He leads the New South Wales tackle count.
Tackle's dangerous. It's going on report.
Mark's here.
So a penalty coming here for New South Wales following that tackle from Mitchell Fry, which has seen him being put on report. New South Wales still searching for the first points of the second half. Saunders now. 11 away from the line. Cornish, short ball. Well defended there was Finney. Now the dummy. Oh, great tackle. Getting in underneath was Kyle Laybutt. Been very strong defensively, the Queensland number 7. And his opposite number now in Cornish. Nikorima just holds up the ball. It's easy pickings in the end there for Blake Leary and Sam Anderson. Garvey. Leota now. Whitelaw.
Laybutt again, underneath.
And he's just lost that.
His defensive efforts today, the halfback, have been inspirational to his teammates. You always want your halfbacks to be sharp in attack, good kicking game, split the line and create opportunities, but we always forget about how rewarding it is to have a number 7 that can defend. And Laybutt's defence today, one-on-one, has been, like I said, it's been inspirational for his teammates.
Take him back.
Let's go sideline, Pete Bedell.
So you talk about defence, and the guy for me that's been the paragon and set the template today has been Tom Opicic. That we often talk about attacking centres in the game, but there's not many defensive centres, and he reminds me of Andrew Farrar, the great Canterbury centre, just tough in defence, resolute, and really hurts without the ball.
Andrew Farrar. He used to run with his elbows. He used to tackle with his elbows. God, he was tough.
Neil. Anderson now for Queensland. I'm right in saying he hasn't had a break, Sam Anderson.
No.
Hazard kicks on the last into open spaces. Very good kick from Hazard.
Great chase.
Yeah. Up by 30 with 9 minutes to go. For Ramo.
Let him up. Hold, go.
Just a dominant second half for Queensland. If you're just tuning in, the halftime scoreline was 8-6 to Queensland after a tight first half, which saw New South Wales dominate. It's been the exact opposite in the second half, but Queensland have just, every opportunity they have had, they've scored points and attempted a 40-20. That is a magnificent kick from Cornish. Mitch Cornish with a 40-20. And now New South Wales looking to get things underway quickly, but of course they won't be really allowed to.
Oh, I just don't understand this rule. I don't understand it.
Leota. What a good kick that was from Mitch Cornish. Puts his team on the front foot. He's got the ball now. Deserves a try after that 40-20 to Cornish. And he's going to be well wrapped up. And a penalty coming.
Thanks, mate.
So they'll continue on the attack. New South Wales.
1 foot, go.
Garvey taps it. Leota. Garvey, big back line out to the right. Cornish is on the left. He go that way. Cornish with the tip on. And then all over Drew is the number 5 there in Deloise Hoidu. Has been good defensively too for Queensland.
Tom Opacek came up with a big defensive play then. He made a decision and he committed to it.
Garvey. Cornish. Now flat-footed update there. New South Wales with Saunders. Just knowing one way. That's going straight. Garvey, Nikarima. He's got players flying out after that one, but he couldn't get it through the Queensland back row there, and Blake Leary, who just lose the ball when it looked like he was going to get a pass away to one of the quick men coming through. Now New South Wales with an opportunity. Nikarima, Jaden Nikarima tries to split them but can't. Edwards. I don't know whether he wanted a penalty
Again,
there.
I don't think New South Wales needed the penalty.
Make sure everyone's onside.
Max,
Craig, back it up.
where you are.
Garvey will tap it. Whitelaw. Another strong run from the New South Wales lock. Now Cornish gives it to Saunders. Still plenty of desperation on their line, Queensland. Leota's brought down, just short of the line. He'll get up and play it. Out the back they go. And now Finney. Finney for the line. And he's just short again. Kyle Labert one-on-one and try saver. They try to go over again through Drew. And he's going to be held up. What about this defence from Queensland? That is absolutely outstanding.
Oh, when they're outnumbered, they just work for each other.
Number 4 to play the ball.
And the right-hand side defence of Labert and Fry, Tom Opacek, and Deloise Hoidu has just been outstanding. They haven't given up, even though they're winning by considerable margin. They just haven't given up.
And this is the last tackle, and they're going to die with it here, New South Wales.
Don't throw it away now. Give it to Christian.
Queensland's defence has just frustrated New South Wales into playing side-to-side footy without anyone going straight, without any real structure about how they are going to attack. And it's just been tremendous defence from Queensland throughout this game.
It now comes down to personal pride. Even if you're winning or losing, if you're winning the game, you want to stick to your role. You want to make sure defensively you're doing all the right things. In a losing side, you don't want to throw your toys out of the cot. And it's all about staying healthy for your club you're going to go play with next week. But also, just don't forget your role and just make sure you do it very well.
There's more good work from Hazard. Now Walters on the back of it with a strong run. Last play coming up here for Queensland. Dominant second half performance from them. That ball looked to be forward, and it was from Britt.
It's a very disciplined effort today, isn't it? They've been very well prepared, this Queensland side, in a short amount of time.
For Ramo, all wrapped up. A number of these players, Scott alluded to it before with someone like a Joe Boyce, but some of these players too will feature in the NRL in the coming weeks and months, with Origin not all that far away for their clubs. Some have already this season, as we've seen Blake Leary step in on numerous number of occasions for the Cowboys. There's Garvey. Good work from Garvey, finds Finney, and then Whiteley. Well, he's wrapped up. Dean Britt. Terrific copybook tackle. Saunders, Cornish. Now Nicarima. It's flicked all backwards there from New South Wales, but it's going to be picked up. And they're streeting downfield here, Queensland. With a tackle made just over the halfway line. Now it's Pearson.
They've got to go back to the left. If they go back to the left with numbers, which I don't think Queensland got, unfortunately, at the moment, there's an opportunity. As Sam Anderson, he's been just tireless.
And terrific as the number 8 for Queensland. 20 away. Hughes gives it there to Opachik. He's wrapped up there by Cornish, who initially made the tackle. Fry, Labert. Now back to Mitchell. Fry's looking for try number 2. He puts a kick in. It's going to go dead. On tackle 4. A 20-metre tap here for New South Wales. Only just under 3 minutes left. Comprehensive second half for Queensland. Centrone for New South Wales. The run. Now Whitelaw. Garvey, Cornish puts a kick through for Nicarima, who's coming out after it, gets the bounce, picks it up, and then Billy Walters got in the way, knocked it back. It could still be a try here for New South Wales, but they're ruling a knock on.
It's be interesting to see where New South Wales actually knocked this on.
I don't think anyone touched it.
Didn't look like it live.
Knocked down there by Billy Walters.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Great call from the referees.
And for those people that don't hear Scott Sattler each and every week, especially those in New South Wales taking our coverage this afternoon, we're used to those calls. Great calls, referees from Scott.
It's a tough job. We all know that.
Wait for the out call.
Keeping him honest. It will be a scrum feed here for Queensland.
Get it in.
Comprehensive second half from them. And this will put Queensland in front on the ledger, this win this afternoon. Prior to today, we've had 26 residence games. It was 12 all with 2 draws. It's going to put Queensland just in front on the ledger between the two teams. Now Walters.
Good feet.
It's good footwork. Lee Walters, he's had a strong second half. Doyle, Hughes, Labert. Yeah, standing in there in the centres was Hoyter. He flicks it out the back to Opachik. Opachik kicks into open spaces. Sam Anderson was going to get there for Queensland, but Tom Opachik there also, but Dylan Edwards saves the day for New South Wales.
Well, Hoyter he offloaded that ball when he got through the hole, actually. If he held onto the ball, he was able to use a 2-on-1 with Tom Opachik. The missed tackles there, 30 missed tackles by New South Wales. That's actually surprised me. I thought it might have been more than that for this game.
This will be the last play of the game. As the siren sounds, and Whitelaw will be wrapped up. That is a comprehensive victory for Queensland over New South Wales. 36 points to 6 at full time. New South Wales led, Queensland led 8-6 at half time, and now at full time, Queensland 36 have defeated New South Wales 6. A comprehensive second 40 here, and there's a very happy John Buchanan, the coach of the Queensland side. Very satisfied with the performance from his team. They were very strong this afternoon, Queensland.
Well, they were, and Craig Gower mentioned this early on. I think it was just through their defence. We look at a scoreline of 36 points, but it's mainly the defence in the first half of Queensland. They knocked back on occasion after occasion every chance that New South Wales had at scoring points, but they just were composed in their defence, weren't they, Gowie, Queensland? And they just frustrated New South Wales in the second half.
And that's a key word there, Sats. I think it is frustration. And when you go down there that many times and you're getting repelled and repelled and repelled, you know, it does have that effect on you. And then they started to play a bit more lateral, New South Wales, and they weren't hitting holes. And really, Queensland just frustrated them out of the game with their defence.
And it's just discipline, wasn't everything. Even getting through their sets, completing the sets, they were really effective in doing that and just setting up a really good foundation for their halves to improve their kicking game, which they did. But it was just pure discipline, a really professional effort here this afternoon by the Queensland residents.